Welcome back to California Live. Come with me to the heart of the Texas Hill Country with Netflix's new breakout series, Ransom Canyon, where family legacies, love, and loyalty are all on the line. One of the show's stars, Eoin Macken, plays a mysterious cowboy who just might change everything in this high-stakes Western drama, and he means business.
That aquifer feeds our wells, our crops, and our cattle, and I'm not going to let them run it dry. You understand?
Stan, the town has already granted permission for the pipeline. Now it's only a matter of time until I find a way, with or without you.
Ooh, and actor Eoin Macken, who plays Davis, joins me now. Welcome back to California Live.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So good to have you. All right, so this is one of the most watched shows on Netflix. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How exciting. So for the folks who haven't seen Ransom Canyon, tell us about it.
I mean, first of all, as we were just watching that clip, I was like, should I narrate it to you? Because we can't hear what's going
yeah,
on.
But I can hear.
This is a very serious conversation me and Josh are having. It's a cowboy western show, and I play Davis Collins, who is a rancher and is basically trying to. He sort of wants what everyone else has. And Josh, who plays Staten, Davis basically is sort of undercutting him a little bit, and we're both also chasing after Minka Kelly, because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Exactly. So Davis isn't really the most liked man. He's not the nicest guy, right? And
well, his son likes him, you know.
His son likes him, yeah. And you'd say he's a little, what, misunderstood?
I say misunderstood, nefarious, you know, kind of wants what he wants, and I guess every kind of character is kind of like the bad character, right? You kind of also have to sort of understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And he just, you know, he just sees things slightly differently to everybody else.
I imagine there's a lot of character development with this. You got to, like, really invest some time into the character before you say, you know what, I don't like this person.
But I want you to like him. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I want you to root for him.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, those are the characters that you end up liking at the end, because you're like, I hated him, but now I really love him.
I disliked him, but I kind of want him to win at the same time, and that's why I want you to feel.
And so tell me a little bit about your character having a thing for Minka Kelly's character, Quinn.
So, I mean, of course, we wouldn't have a thing for Minka Kelly's character. That was, you know, that was, but he's essentially in love with Quinn. At the same time, so is Staten, but Davis needs to win. So for him, I think everything's got a certain competitive edge.
Oh, yeah.
This has to be the one to kind of win. And I think that becomes romance and also business. And
then drama.
Drama.
So much drama, which we love.
All the drama.
I heard you actually had to go to cowboy camp for this.
Of course.
So what did you learn?
All the cowboy stuff.
Okay, so like what? Tell me. Did you know anything? Like, did you know how to ride a horse? Had you been on a horse before?
I've seen Clint Eastwood movies. No, I could ride, but what they did was they taught us how to, like, you know, we had to try and steer and kind of soothe them and do the whole thing, like try and not get killed by the horse and by the cows. And
oh my gosh.
It was a whole trip.
Did anything surprise you when you were taking, you know, cowboy camp, like when you were going through cowboy camp?
Yeah, so cattle don't like being told what to do.
Really?
It's surprising, I know.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
They don't really listen to anyone
they don't
anyways. They do their own thing.
They kind of do try and do their own thing.
Yeah, they definitely do their own thing. Okay, so the show was actually filmed in Albuquerque, but it takes place in the Texas Hill Country. Did you get to, like, explore Albuquerque and go to any local spots?
I've been in Albuquerque a bunch. I was there for 5 years, and we did a show called The Night Shift, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were also filming in New Mexico. So I love New Mexico.
Yeah.
Have you been to New Mexico?
Not New Mexico. Well, I mean, I've driven through it.
No, you have to. Like the mountains in New Mexico and like the Jemez Mountains, it's a beautiful place.
I imagine. Oh.
Santa Fe is beautiful, and you just kind of get lost in those mountains and trees, and it's honestly gorgeous.
Okay, speaking of beautiful, speaking of getting lost, you have a great series that's on Netflix, but you also have a new addition to the family.
Very smooth. I like how you did that.
Baby Bianca, such a beautiful little baby. First of all, these photos are just ridiculously gorgeous. Like, you look like you're on a photo shoot. I mean, you are on a photo shoot, but like a professional shoot.
We were. So no, what happened was, this is actually a really good friend of mine from college who we grew up together when we were like 18, 19 years old back in Dublin. And she is a photographer. And, you know, after we Bianca, she was like, I have to come and take your pictures. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, no.
Stunning.
So she came, stayed with us for the weekend, taught us how to, like, keep our baby alive. And then took a bunch of pictures.
And then took a bunch of pictures. Yeah. What's the most thing that surprised you about parenthood? I know we were just chatting about this.
How much you appreciate sleep, and how much you feel like you've achieved something at the end of every day. And you're like, I've kept you alive. you're fed and you're watered, and now you're asleep, and suddenly the world feels really peaceful.
So peaceful.
And those few minutes afterwards are like amazing.
I know, and they're so beautiful when they sleep, right? Because they're just like so cute. And then they wake up, and then it's like terror.
But you know they wake. I know, it's crazy. But you know they wake up and they're happy to see you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I've got so much to do, but it's
I know,
fine.
it's the best. Yeah. It's so cute. Well, congratulations, Eoin. Welcome to fatherhood and parenthood, and congrats on Ransom Canyon, and it's streaming now on Netflix, so check it out.